and here we go again. And I'm so excited to meet our next guest. Our next interview. One, because I literally met her for about 7 seconds, and I feel bad because as we continue to move forward and get excited to go down to New Orleans, I was on with our last guest, Heather, and was sharing how she ate a cricket, and I was like, how do I can't? I'm enthralled by this, and I think for me, what's been so amazing the last really 2 weeks is not only do I get to be a part and learn about other people's work, I get to learn from them and meet people who, when we get down to New Orleans, I'll feel like I know them because I've had a chance to connect with them here in some capacity and then know their work as well. So I want to welcome in Kelley Brill, all the way from Florida, Miami, right?
Yes, Miami.
All right. And thanks for jumping on.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Good. And so, for those who don't know Kelley Brill, share with us your journey into education and what do you do now?
Currently, I am a middle school STEM teacher. I literally teach science, technology, engineering, and math. I teach them all, sixth through eighth grade. So, I mean, not all at the same time, clearly,
That'd be
but I
impressive.
have
That'd be
many preps
really
and many
impressive.
different classes. I've been an educator now for going on 24 years. This was my second career, actually, and I dove into it head first, and it is my passion and my love, and I really do. I do cherish every day that I get to go into my classroom.
So, STEM, how did you kind of go into that lane of sorts?
So I have always been interested in science. And actually, my certification is through Earth Space Science, sixth through 12th grade.
Interesting.
But I got more involved in technology and physical science and all of the other sciences, but have landed in a well rounded STEM teacher position
Okay.
that kind of has me centered in technology and how we use it in all of the disciplines.
So, in getting into that, is that just an interest? Is it something you over time were like, this is the area I wanted to get into, or did it just kind of happen with
It
a teacher?
organically happened. The technology piece of it, I think, just came along with it. The evolution of educational technology and everything that goes along with classroom dynamics, right, has come along so far. I would say in the last 10 years, right? And then throw COVID in and the learning curve that we all had to go through there. But I did take a real interest in the technology piece of it. Again, like I said, as a diverse teacher, I focused on technology because of my passion in all of the other sciences, right? So understanding the whole child and how they're working. Um, I I couldn't get over the first year I taught technology. I'm going to be completely honest, right?
Go. That's
And
what we like.
half of the class was like, "Oh, we have to take this," So then immediately my brain started to turn, and I was just like, "Okay, how am I going to make this something that gets the kids excited?" So then I wanted to learn about the science behind it and move in from there. So in a very roundabout way, Matt, that's exactly, how I ended up in a science and technology role.
And so, in reading up on some of the work that you've done, you know were in elementary first, and
Yes.
then went into middle school. And as a former elementary school teacher and an elementary school principal, are you crazy? Like, what's going on with that? Like, how did you end up in the middle school from there?
So I ended up in the middle school. Actually, I pursued it, believe it or not.
Okay.
Um, I bet the bulk of my career was in lower school education, second and third grade, and those are amazing grades. And the little ones, I still have a special place in my heart for, truly. And I never thought I would teach middle school. Literally, I was like, no way, no how. You couldn't drag me into a middle school. And then I started to understand the adolescent creature.
That's a good way to put it.
They are, right? I mean, I have 3 children of my own that are grown, but I will never go back. It is my favorite. It is my favorite age group, and I contemplated doing many other things, but not leaving this age group. I'm definitely staying put.
Well, I have found that over my years moving from a building administrator to a district that the middle school folks they are in, they are fully immersed, they're all middle school, and they think I don't know how the other grades do it. So that is great to hear, and it must give you a lot of information for work you're doing at John Hopkins. And tell me about mind, brain, and teaching. Like that sounds fascinating.
Right. So I'm currently enrolled in John Hopkins Mind Brain Teaching Program, and it's a postgraduate certificate program. And that just really helps me to hone in on brain targeted teaching strategies, right? So again, it's about understanding the learner and creating an environment that best suits them. Every kid is different, as you know, every learner is different. And it has really helped me fine tune my inquiry learning passion, right? Because I am
Okay, yeah.
a component of inquiry learning, student led learning, really all of that has helped me fine tune it. So I still have a ways to go. I just started the program, but it's really amazing.
What surprised you that you've learned?
So far, what has surprised me? Um, well, it's not easy, right? So it's just
Okay,
not
fair enough.
easy. So you think after all of these years of teaching, right? You would think to yourself, "Gosh, this is going to be a breeze." And I'm just so grateful to have the people that I have been in school with, because we're all teachers at different levels and in different experience. And what has surprised me the most is how it's not easy for a lot of people. So I really enjoy that struggle though, because it's going to pay off in the end for the kids, and that's what I'm excited about.
Awesome. And for all of you out there listening and watching, if you don't follow Kelly at Kelley Brill one. That's KELLEYBRILL1 for our listeners.
Yeah.
Check out all the great work that she's doing. And for those heading down to New Orleans, you can check her out on Monday at 11 o'clock, The Connected Mind, Middle School Technology Education and the Brain. So when people are looking through the program and they come across W053, what is it that you're going to be doing that's going to bring people in?
Okay. So it's a 2-hour workshop, and please, whoever's listening, don't be afraid of that. So I promise we'll be doing things, right? It's not going to be 2 hours of sitting down doing nothing, and that's part of brain targeted teaching, right? Engaging the learner. But most specifically, this is about teaching technology, specifically about teaching technology and the skills that a student needs to be an educated technology participant, right?
Okay.
So I get so what they're going to learn. I have to think about this because I'm going to be doing a lot. You're going to be
Okay.
learning a number of things. So first of all, they'll be getting a little bit of brain science regarding the adolescent brain and what makes them more vulnerable to being drawn into technology use. If it's social media, if it's gaming, whatever it is. So it's just getting just a little snapshot into the adolescent brain. As scary as that might be,
It
it's not,
sounds
I
scary.
promise, right? So the other piece is going to be the curriculum that I've been working with UNC Chapel Hill on, and that's through the Winston National Center of Technology Use, Brain, and Psychological Development. So I've partnered with their a teaching facilitator and outreach coordinator, and created a curriculum that is an open source curriculum on teensandtech.org. And what this is it's for teachers to learn about the neuroscience of what's
Okay.
happening to the adolescent brain and what motivates an adolescent to need to use technology and how connecting as an adolescent has changed from like when I was an adolescent or when you were an adolescent.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying we are probably about the same age.
It's
Um,
okay. I don't take offense to it. I am old. Once you cross 50, it's like whatever at this point,
yeah.
right?
So we also talk about the positive and the negative effects of social media use. We teach about sleep and how adolescents learn from digital media. So basically, how to vet sources. So this is an open source curriculum that I'm just hoping that teachers can use as let's say it's like the test you would give to a student who was learning to drive before you would give them the car, right?
Gotcha. Okay. That's pretty intensive work. Like that's real cognitive, and it seems like a heavy lift. How do you kind of balance that? And what do you do for fun and relax? Like that's some heavy learning.
So, yeah, I've been busy for a while.
Okay. There you go.
But again, it's truly my passion, and this is something that I feel as teachers together. That's why um, I was really excited about reaching out. I got your email and I responded right away because I feel like the title of your podcast really says it, Stronger Together. Um, this is this is something that I think all teachers need to have a little bit of knowledge about so that we can help to make kids educated consumers,
Sure.
right? So we also, I feel like it's important to let them understand or teach them, they're these struggles are happening with all adolescents, right? So
Okay.
anything that they might be going through regarding gaming or anything along those lines, it's perfectly normal. But it takes us as educators to bring them there, and it's going to be a long haul.
So you had mentioned before we came on that when FETC was in Miami, that you attended, but
Yes,
that this is your first time presenting. Is that accurate?
that is accurate.
All right. How you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I was just sharing with a colleague today. If I wasn't going to be on the ground working with people, I would probably be terrified. But my thing is diving in, right? So to be able to share some information with fellow teachers, educators out there, and then actually engage them in a couple of the different exercises that we might do along with this specific curriculum, and then at the end to work with them on how they can thread it through whichever topic they're teaching. That gets me super excited.
I can
I mean,
tell. I can
that's
tell you're lighting up. You get excited. You're like, this is where I want to dive into.
yeah. I'm such
So,
a nerd. I love it.
oh,
It's
don't
just
say that. I
it's,
have a lot of friends who self-disclose, like I'm a nerd. I do this or like, no, that's extremely exciting, and the work that you do with brain research and your licenses in the Earth Space Sciences, K to 12, really, it's just really exciting. So, with all of that learning, and you're doing your session on Monday, are you going to have time to attend other sessions?
so I have an extra day there, and then I have to get back. So yes, I will be able to attend sessions in the afternoon after my workshop, and then the following day, yes, I'll have some time to
And what are you excited to learn? Like, what is something that you'd say, "Oh, I'd love to know more about whatever."
You know what I love about this conference is I end up walking into something that I would have never expected that, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's so huge. So I don't even think I could pinpoint one thing. I think that by the time I get there, it's overwhelming and exciting at the same time. And I love that chaos. So I don't know yet. I think I'm going to end up wandering into a room I would never have imagined I might wander into
Okay, I like it.
if
And
they let me in.
awesome. Yeah, and wander over to see us podcasting live. I'd love to get a chance to meet, and
I would
and
love
see
that.
you. And actually, Miami, a little fast fact about FETC Miami. That's where the idea came to me about writing The Power of Connections, because there's so many people, and how do you harness that, which led to the sequel, which is Stronger Together. Like, now you have all these connections. How do you continue to learn and grow? So you said you that caught your attention. So what does Stronger Together mean to you?
Stronger Together to me means that we as educators pull together and share ideas, no matter how controversial they might be, without the red tape of all of the other stuff, right, that comes
Yeah.
with education. And I feel like that bond as educators, especially in environments like FETC and other, uh, venues like the podcast, I think it really does unite us to be able to share those ideas, to start a movement, to help people, gain some momentum in whichever direction they're going. So
Awesome. Well, I'm so thrilled that you replied. You were able to come on. We had a chance to meet. For those down there on Monday at 11 o'clock, venture on over to room 350 to meet Kelley, hear some of the work that she's doing around technology and education. And of course, make sure to give her a follow and see all the great work that she is doing as well. So
I
Kelley,
appreciate you. Thank you so
oh,
much.
thank you for jumping on. Make sure to, I'll be there, Monday, Tuesday as well. So stop over. I'm going to be sending out information to everybody who's been on to stop over. And I hope we get a chance to meet in person down in Louisiana.
I will make sure it happens. Very
Uh,
well. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. And for all of you listening and watching, continue to tune in as we have all these amazing presenters on. I feel so fortunate to meet them, learn from them. And as I share, we are stronger together when we put we over me. Kelley, we'll see you in New Orleans.
Thank you. Take care.